But I think Disney forgets that being a fan is short for fanatic. And a fanatic is somebody who exhibits excessive passion and devotion towards something they love. So when you say, hey, we're going to take what you love and we're going to remake it, the minute things start being announced that doesn't jive with the original is the minute most fans are like, no.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of fans, when they announced that The Little Mermaid was going to be black, a lot of fans said things and people were quick to label them, you're racist, can't, you think beyond that. Like, it's just such simple, reductive reasoning. Oh, well, then if you don't like that, that must mean you're this or you're that or you're the other. No, people just don't seem to understand that when you're a fan and the people who are going to remake your movie or tell this new story don't respect the source material, that's automatically going to cause an issue. I'm still young enough that I can remember when Michael Keaton was cast as Batman, the internet lost its mind. Well, there was no internet then. But collectively, comic book fans lost their friggin' mind.
Yes.
When Heath Ledger was cast to play the Joker, the internet lost its mind.
Oh.
Like, they're like, you're casting a teen heartthrob to play the most sadistic. What is wrong with you? This is going to be terrible. It's going to be a failure. How many people got pissed off when they cast a blonde-headed Daniel Craig to play James Bond?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
They went nuts. That's how fanatics work. When you disrespect the source material, they react. And we're just so quick to label these people as whatever evil thing we can label them to dismiss their opinion and move forward. And by the way, let's get to some decisions that weren't so good. Sonic the Hedgehog. You remember how many people lost their friggin' minds over Sonic the friggin' Hedgehog?
Yeah, his teeth, because he had teeth or something like that. Dude.
How many?
Oh, really?
How many Star Wars fans went crazy when Greedo shot first? Just saying. Why are they replacing the guns in E.T. with walkie-talkies? That's how fans work. When you're fanatic about something, don't change it.
Don't change it.
But instead of that, we're just going to label these people as
weirdos and cruels and
whatever evil we can put upon them. They have a valid opinion. That's what Disney's trying to do. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too. We want to appeal to the people who already love the source material while pissing them off because we want to change it because we want to appeal to a new audience that may or may not show up for this.
And their new audience is flaky. I mean, for lack of a better word. And we said this before, like if you say, hey, I would like Black Mermaid, all right, great. You got it, right? That doesn't change anything. The people that got to see the movie, they're like, oh, yeah, I got to see on screen. Okay, cool. So are you going to go ahead and see Little Sister Mermaid 2 when it come out? No, not really. Why not? Because if you want this agenda to keep going forward, the only way people understand you is when you vote with your money. That's it. So you got to keep doing that. But if you don't want to do that, you're just disrupting the narrative, the creativity of what Disney is about for pretty much nothing. If you really just want everything to change, go out in the real world. There you go. Go out there and tell somebody that, like, hey, I like the way you treat that bum right there because of whatever reason. And then go ahead and help that person out. Now you're really a hero. But don't try to control something fictional. You know what I mean? Because that seems to be easy if you put something on Twitter. Nah, be an adult about it. Go out there in the real world. Help me out. Help me. I'm struggling.
You and I have done like a lot of cartoon and comic projects over the years. And those characters that we created were sacred to us.
Yeah.
How would you feel if somebody came along and took one of your characters and say, like, yeah, that's nice and all. I'm going to change this character just because we want a checklist of different people that we'll see as this film is like, how would you feel about that if it was your characters that they're changing? I mean, like, how do you think the Brothers Grimm would feel like if you came to them and say, look, we're going to make your story into a movie, but no more dwarves. We're getting rid of the dwarves. We're going to change this. I mean, Hollywood is so hypocritical. Like, they're so nervous about AI taking over for writers or CGI taking over for actors. They're like, that's not fair. That's not right. That shouldn't happen. But they have no issues changing the stories and changing the intent of people who wrote stories that have passed on and, and remaking them in whatever way they seem fit.